Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Piyush Goyal and let's continue our discussion on JDBC query. We will also see some other way to query on database via JDBC palette. Before we start, I want to thank all the wonderful viewers for your amazing comments and support. It truly inspires me to create the valuable content for you. If you are new here, remember to subscribe and turn on notification icon so you don't miss out any of our deep dives into the world of TIBCO and beyond. And if you have any questions or any TIBCO topic you would like me to cover in our future videos, please leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So let's get started. I am on my existing workspace. I have renamed this process as find product. So let's discuss about the prepared statement in JDBC query. So the statement tab in this interface lets you define the SQL select statement execute in the database. It is where you can input your query directly or use a SQL builder wizard for assistance. Additionally, there is a prepared statement section. Here you can specify parameters to be used in your SQL statement. These parameters are represented by question mark in the statement field. Each prepared statement corresponds to a question mark position in the SQL statement. You can assign names to this parameter for clarity. Although they have default name like parameter 1, parameter 2, and so on, it's crucial to ensure that the parameter defined here correctly matches this statement. Furthermore, you need to specify the data type of each parameter. This ensures consistency and accuracy when interacting with the database. The data type provided here will be reflected in the input schema of the statement. In summary, the statement tab allows you to construct SQL queries and define parameters for dynamic querying, enhancing flexibility and control over database interactions. Now let's discuss the JDBC query batch processing option. Imagine you are handling a large data set and want to avoid overwhelming your system. By selecting the process in subset checkbox, you can break down the processing into smaller or more manageable batches. This features allows you to specify the size of each batch using the subset size input element. Plus, it provides a helpful indicator last subset which lets you know when you are processing the final batch. Not selecting this checkbox means you will process the entire dataset in one go, potentially putting load on your resources. So the choice is yours, efficient batch processing or processing the entire dataset at once. Now let's discuss the advantages of this option. So let's start with the performance optimization. By breaking down the large result sets into the smaller batches, we can efficiently process data while optimizing system resources. Next, we look at resource management. With this, we can efficiently manage system resources, minimizing the risk of resources utilization. One key benefit is the reduced memory footprint. Processing data in smaller batches helps conserve memory, crucial in scenarios with memory constraint. Scalability is the another advantage. By processing data in manageable batches, we can scale our processing capabilities to handle large volumes without sacrificing performance. Now we are diving into the another JDBC query key feature, which is override SQL statement, a powerful tool for customizing our database interaction. This checkbox serves as a crucial purpose. It allows us to override the default SQL select statement. Enabling this checkbox takes us to a further step. It lets us add a fresh SQL statement on the input tab. Think of it as a blank canvas where we can paint our queries. This means we are not bounded by predefined queries. We can unleash our creativity and specify exactly what we need. So let's see this checkbox in action. I will go to my JDBC query and I will click on this override SQL statement checkbox. So if I go to the input tab, it is now giving me an SQL statement option. So this is the find operation, right? So like if you are getting multiple inputs, like you have a REST API and you are getting multiple inputs like product name, brand name. Sometimes you will get the product name as part of input, but sometimes you will get the brand name. There can be many options. So those sort of logics were not implemented in the SQL builder. In the input tab, you can do a if else when otherwise condition over SQL statement and create your own custom queries. Why I haven't removed this? Because I need the output. if I remove this statement and I will utilize that statement, so what will happen? It will give me a unresolved output, and I have to then add, a parse XML or something to, to get that result. And I have to maybe add some namespace to that result set. So now let me, run this again and see what's the output I'm getting. So you will notice this time, I am passing this dynamically and I am getting the same, result sets as output. So now let's talk about why SQL statement override is a game changer for enhancing our database interaction. With SQL statement override, we are no longer confined by rigid queries. We have the power to customize our SQL queries to fit our specific needs. By optimizing our queries, we can streamline performance and resource uses. This means faster execution time and smoother interaction with our database. SQL statement overrides enable seamless connection to database with similar schemas. This compatibility specifies data exchange and integration tasks, making our workflow more efficient.